Kıamera Sawa Nandrusida, Muna Saubiano Muna Manabara Beda Chubera.
Translated to Spanish and now to English, I would like to give you a warm welcome. I spoke to you in my native language. My name in my culture is Jarupia, and I am James Jarupia in Spanish. I'm a traditional authority of my community. Let's watch a short video in order to go into the culture of my community. So I would like to invite you to my land, and since we don't have much time, I'll quickly tell you. The Embera Katío communities in different countries, Panama and Colombia, and in different states. I represent the Alto Sinú community of this, and we're in the south of Córdoba, and we are next to Nuevo Paramillo, and as you can tell, we can have a wonderful richness in resources, and Colombia has one of them. It's one of the richest areas of the world in different kinds of life, and this connects several states of Colombia as well. And I would like to highlight the importance of this, and of course there are a lot of interests, and unfortunately there is an armed conflict there. And even though the richness in natural resources is very valuable, that's what generates particular private interests on our territory. We also this has also it becomes an area for the movement of different armed groups. These groups obviously have negative impacts on the area, and even more in my culture, because we start losing traditional practices, such as being able to move within our territory. Now we cannot. Who can help me with this? Control the. This armed conflict doesn't allow us to come in and get out of our territory. We're restricted in hunting activities. Our territories have been mined, and now we do not go to our sacred places in order to collect our plants, traditional plants, because we're scared of activating landmines. We have very rich land, very fertile land, and there was a hydroelectric built on our land as well, and this of course created the movement of our people, and has made our community to go and live in urban areas. We have lost a lot of our culture. Anyway, to summarize, we are losing with all these things that I'm showing to you and telling you about. We're losing our culture, and the world doesn't really know about us and our traditions. We have a lot of traditional knowledge as well, and no importance is given to it. We know that formally there is a lot of regulations that talk about keeping our traditions and history, but that's not actually happening in our territories, and I can speak about that quite clearly. We know that there are more than 100 cultures in our country, but I would like to propose two questions here: how much is known about them, and how our knowledge will be preserved? Because it's great to have this wonderful discourse that talks about preserving traditions, but if we do not actually do anything about that, it would just be empty words. So I wanted to share with you the fact that we're actually strengthening self-recognition in our community, and we want others to recognize us as well, because with our extinction we know that not only the country but also the world will lose extremely valuable knowledge for the life of man. And when I talk about extinction, I would like to shortly say our communities, our Embera communities or indigenous communities at least in America, first they tried to make us extinct with colonization, after that with the different armed forces, and now with legislation granting environmental permits to exploit our territories. In this context, I wanted to tell you that, or let you know that through the Home Museum, which is everyone's home, we have managed to keep our traditions and our knowledge. And the idea is that the armed conflict has a secondary role, and that's what we want to do. We want to be recognized, because one day this knowledge will be important for the rest of humankind. I am closing now, and I wanted to just leave a question for you, and it is: what knowledge have you acquired from a different culture? Thank you very much.